Jungsub and Sesung's relationship has been an emotional roller coaster. Do you think they will match together in the end? Hi guys, and thanks for clicking this video. Jungsub and Sesung's secret date started when Sesung was still confused, thinking Yongwoo had feelings for her, so in this state of mind, she entered her date with Jungsub feeling conflicted. As soon as she got to him, he started snooping for information, indirectly trying to find out if she had been on another secret date, by stating how exhausting it must be to have more than one date on such a rainy day, and asking about her meals. Instead of answering, she reminded him he wasn't allowed to ask. Sometimes, Jungsub comes across as someone who might be possessive and seems like he could have trust issues. And after observing him over time in the show, I initially felt that he appears to have very little dating experience. Also, remember when he missed the directions to the house in the first episode? I felt that symbolizes his approach to dating, him misinterpreting cues and signals, misdirection when answering questions, which I felt caused a lot of miscommunication in their relationship. But after watching episode 15, I see him differently. He means what he says, though there was some miscommunication. I don't think that's the issue. He is just too honest with his feelings. He says how he feels without sugarcoating anything, but goes into damage control mode when he realizes he's messed up. During their secret date, Sesung asked him if he had thought a lot about the future and what would happen with them after the final selection. He replied that he hadn't given it much thought, then asked what she meant by a lot, like once a day. She clarified, asking if he had thought about what would happen once everything was settled. He said it was a very difficult question to answer, and when she asked why, he responded that he just wanted to be cautious. I've noticed Jungsub doesn't say things that make her feel secure. Sometimes I feel like he does this intentionally, probably because he doesn't really like her deep enough, and other times it feels like he's just clueless. So when he said he just wanted to be cautious, it was a mix of him not wanting to say the wrong things, coupled with the fear of being too honest about his feelings so he doesn't mess things up. So when he asks her if she's thought about it a lot and she responded yes, that she's been thinking about it. He then responds that he thought about it too. That he was imagining it, then he pauses mid-sentence and continues that but then, he wonders what he should do. As soon as he said that, Sesung's expression went dark. He noticed it immediately and realized he had messed up. Trying to recover, he quickly asked her what she was expecting after the show. While she was responding to his question, he cut her off and asked if he could order more food. It seems he was worried about her response, so he cut off mid-sentence to distract her. Then he picked up the conversation, saying he just wanted to focus on the show at the moment and hadn't given much thought to what would happen afterward. He admitted he hadn't thought about it as much as she had. This indicated he wasn't taking her seriously enough. All he cares about is just what is on the show, and he really doesn't care about what happens in real life. That's the impression I got from his words. Sesung became even more upset after he said that, and her expression darkened even more. He smiled and asked why she was down again, noticing how mad and upset she looked. Then he added that he was beginning to think about it now that she had mentioned it. This was so frustrating to watch. I felt like flying into the screen, to tell him, dude, just stop, you're digging a hole you can't get out of LOL. He had been expressing his feelings for her on the show, only to admit he wasn't thinking about the future. OMG. He was just thinking about it seriously now because of her. So, what was the point of their 3 weeks together, without any thoughts about the future, in a show that also involves parents? LOL. This made me question how real his feelings were. And when he asked her when she was getting a new job, my first thought was, oh, so this is why he's been reluctant to show his feelings completely. I mean, she's not jobless right now, and even if she was, did he think she would be a burden because she wasn't working? Thankfully, he realized how his words could be misinterpreted and quickly corrected himself, asking her that she's going to be switching jobs and she'll get very busy, that it might be hard for them to physically see each other. I feel these are concerns he could have discussed with her already if he really wanted to be with her. Anyways, the secret date was a disaster and the truth game wasn't better because every question they asked each other resulted in answers that dug Jungsub deeper into the rabbit hole. She eventually walked out of the date due to frustration and cried as she left. I don't blame her for walking out on him, because first, they were silent for a long time, so it wasn't like there was anything left to be said. Second, at that point, she thought Yongwoo was still an option for her. Also, she invested so much of her time and emotions on him, so it's disappointing to hear him say, "I'm just enjoying the moment and not thinking about the future yet." Erg, how exhausting, guys. The only logical explanation I could come up with, as to why he isn't thinking too far into the future, is his concerns about the challenges they will face for them to physically meet often, because she will be switching jobs. But, I doubt Jungsub would take their relationship to the next level regardless if she was switching jobs or not. He likes her but is taking things one day at a time. However, if what he said was true about him worrying about her being busy, I feel that's not a difficult hurdle to cross when they get there. Things went so poorly between them that by the time they get to the truth-only game, it seemed they were completely broken. Sesung's heart was closed, starting with the look on her face as soon as Jungsub entered the venue. Jaehyung noticed immediately that his sister was upset and he raised his voice when asking Jungsub his first question. Yoonha had to step in for her brother, asking why he talked so loudly that they could hear him well. The two older ones were just trying to stand up for their younger siblings, so it was quite understandable. When the letter arrived that they were playing the truth game, it was revealed that 5 people confirmed they wanted to become real couples after the show, and 4 were undecided, remaining 1 person. When Yoonjae asked, "What does the last person want then?" Jungsub responded that the last person might still have no idea of what they want to do. He made that remark because that last person was him, as we later found out during the game. But, as soon as he said that, Ji-won responded, maybe the person will make the final selection but doesn't want to start the relationship in real life. When Ji-won said this, Jungsub laughed so hard, it felt like Ji-won had a good read on his intentions. Then the camera showed Sesung's face. She caught it. She realized the last person must have been Jungsub. When it was time to ask questions, Jaehyung's first question to him was which category he belonged to, the group of the decided 5 or the undecided 4. He responded that he was the 10th person, the guy with no view for any relationship outside the show. Guys, at this point, I could care less about the remaining questions he was asked. Anything Jungsub said to justify his point didn't make any more sense to me, even though he twisted it, that he wanted to know her well before dating in the real world. Which is okay, but I'm seriously doubting his words. Even though I've almost given up hope on this relationship, I feel like these two have a way of hashing out their differences no matter how difficult it is. The point is, Sesung likes Jungsub more than he likes her, so it's very easy for Jungsub to convince her it was a misunderstanding, especially since she eventually found out that Yongwoo was not an option for her. It's highly plausible that he will confuse her again. My bad, I meant convince her again in the next episode. If he explains himself well again as usual, then she will definitely be choosing him as the final couple. I believe Jungsub wants to win and not end up failing in his quest for love on the show, but this doesn't mean he wants a real-life relationship with her. Also, their relationship feels like they are both forcing themselves to be together. I would say they are not compatible, though they genuinely like each other. Good for them if they do match in the end, but I doubt they'll be together for a long time. They are attracted to each other, but the intensity is different in level from each other. Hopefully, they'll both realize their incompatibility and not choose each other in the end. I wish Chulhan had given Sesung a chance. He was too zeroed in on Ji-won, which is so disappointing. They would have made a great couple in my book. What do you think? Do you think Jungsub and Sesung will match in the end? And if you think they will have a successful relationship outside the show, let me know your thoughts. I especially love discovering new things that I didn't notice existed in the show while reading your comments. I also love seeing your views whether we agree or not. Thanks for watching, please like the video and subscribe. Thanks for watching till the end, don't forget to hit like, comment and subscribe.